This is Colin McGuigan for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by the Croc in Belfast. Lewis, when you were a kid growing up and you thought of all those big Linfield games there, did you ever envisage a point when Lewis Crocker headlined at Windsor Park?
I mean, like, you would always dream of it, but realistically you probably didn't think it would come true. And like the headline for a world title in the first all-Irish fight, biggest fight Irish boxing history, like, you know, it's just stuff of dreams, like.
When you think of that and everything that went on in the first fight, this is now so much more personal for Lewis Crocker, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, it was seen as a 50-50 fight, and the last one, going into it, and now, like, I'm a massive underdog, so I'm not gonna say I have nothing to lose because the world title's on the line, but I've certainly everything to gain. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything, we're both fighting for an eliminator for the world title, and we're here now. So, I mean, as much as I agree with the decision last time, like, I agree that there should be a rematch. Like, I was on the phone to Jamie the next day, get the rematch sorted, because just to put things right. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, there's always been pressure on the Croc, right, when you come back to Belfast and you've got your family and friends, but this is like a million times anything you've ever experienced because it's here, it's in Windsor Park, you're going to have everyone around you. What will that moment feel like, you think, when you walk out here in front of this full stadium?
Yeah, it's going to be so surreal, like, you know, like, even at the matches, like the Northern Ireland games and stuff, and infield matches, like the atmosphere is always exceptional. So for a fight this magnitude, I can only imagine what it's going to be like.
In terms of you and everything that went on in the last fight, when you think of this fight now, you know exactly what you have to do to beat Paddy Donovan?
That's it, you know, I have to be better from every aspect. You know, I feel like I'm a much better fighter than what I showed last time, and do you know what I mean? Like, as I say, like, you know, I'm a massive underdog here, and I think if the stars were ever aligned for me, it'll be fighting for a world title at Windsor Park as a big underdog, so I'll take it.
Lewis, in terms of the last fight, what do you believe went wrong for you? Obviously you got your hand raised at the end, but in unfamiliar circumstances, what do you think went wrong? Was there anything in the camp? And I don't want you to make excuses because you're not that guy, but was there?
Like, I had a great camp and stuff, do you know what I mean? Just, everyone has an off day or an off night, and that's what happened. It was fortunate the way that the fight was going because, like, my eye was shut at that time. Yeah, so it was important to get the rematch, so it was, and I'm glad we got over the line.
A lot of people were quite critical of Eddie Hearn, Billy Nelson being one of those at the time, and then people were actually critical of Billy. What did you make of the criticism of Billy and Eddie as well?
Referring to what?
So they were basically saying that Billy was having a go at Eddie, saying that he was favouring Donovan, things like that, and people were having a go at Billy because they said the game plan maybe wasn't right on the night.
Well, Eddie's given me every opportunity. You know, I had nothing when I was like, give me the opportunity on, like, the fight Tyrone, and Eddie's changed my life. Look where he's got me now. Do you know what I mean? So I have nothing but respect and always be grateful for Eddie. I think Billy's, you know, obviously we're very personal, me and him. He's like family, so probably just backing his fighter. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't think he was like favouring Donovan, or wouldn't say would say that or anything. But as I say, I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Lewis, when that bell rings in front of all these people, the Croc gets his hand raised at the end, what will that mean to Lewis Crocker and your family and the generations that you'll inspire of kids here in Belfast?
That's it, mate. Like, I keep thinking, like, surely there's going to be one kid in this crowd who eventually will be a world champion. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was the kid, like, in the fronting crowds and stuff, who always dreamed of, like, nights like this. So it's class to inspire other kids in the community and in the city. And if I was to get my hand raised, mate, I'd be a happy man for life. So
will you lean on Carl Frampton? Will you speak to him about everything that's went on and happened and what he's been through here and everything that he done in the sport? Have you leaned on him already about that?
No, but I think so. I think it's only right to get some insight. No better man to ask. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, for sure I will.
Well, Lewis, last one from me. How does this end?
Lewis Crocker, world champion. Stuff with dreams, man. That's the.
Lewis Crocker, thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks.